Is it conceivable that the noble Qur'an, the book that came to liberate the human being, would permit the enslavement of women? How do we understand the words of God Almighty? Accept those whom your right hands possess, without colliding with our conscience or distorting our faith. Today, we will lift the veil from one of the most misunderstood verses throughout history to discover how Islam transformed the female captive from a war victim stripped of dignity into a human being honored. Get ready, because the truth is far deeper than you think. Before judging the text, we must understand the time in which it was revealed. The Qur'an was revealed while slavery was a global system as common as air and water. Islam did not invent it. It encountered it as a bitter reality. In ancient wars, women were often raped by entire armies or sold as nameless commodities, with no protection and no rights. Islam came to place a point of order. The exception mentioned in the verse of Al-Muhsanat was not intended to open the door to desire, but rather to close it. How? Islam stipulated that the captive woman's relationship with her former husband, now an enemy combatant, must be severed, so that she would not remain suspended in uncertainty. It confined her situation to a single, clearly defined framework, under the responsibility of one man, who was obligated to provide for her food, clothing, and protection. And it made her bearing a child from him a means of upgrading her legal status, ending any possibility of being traded or discarded. Thus she became an Walad. Let us turn to those who lived the revelation at the very moment it descended. In Sahih Muslim, Abu Sa'd al-Khudrib narrates a pivotal incident. We captured women from the spoils of Autas, and they had husbands among their people. We disliked approaching them while they had husbands, so we asked the messenger of God. Then the verse was revealed, and married women are forbidden to you, except those whom your right hands possess. If this had been a matter of mere lustful permission, would the companions have hesitated? Would they have asked? This narration demonstrates clearly that revelation did not come to unleash desire, but to resolve a legal and moral dilemma faced by women caught in the heart of war. Let us examine the words of the verse carefully, that you seek them with your wealth in chastity, not in fornication. Here lies the essence of the divine intent. Chastity, ihsan, to be a protector, not a consumer, to safeguard, not to exploit. The rejection of fornication, a categorical refusal of casual, irresponsible relationships. In Islam, any physical relationship is always bound to responsibility. Even in the case of Milk al-Yamin, which has ended with its historical context, the sanctity of lineage and obligatory maintenance. God intended purity, while those who distorted the message sought indulgence. Some ask, why did the Qur'an not explicitly ban slavery from the very first day? Because Islam adopted a policy of drying the source at its roots. It closed the doors of enslavement and opened dozens of doors to emancipation. The expiation for broken oaths, the expiation for zihar, the expiation for accidental killing, and freeing slaves without condition. Today, by the consensus of Muslim scholars, slavery has ended with the end of its context. Any attempt to revive it today is a betrayal of the objectives of the Qur'an, which states, "Then either release them as a favor or ransom them." At the end of this verse, God describes himself as all-knowing, all-wise, all-knowing of human weakness, and all-wise in legislation that preserves the dignity of women even in the harshest conditions on earth, war. Read the Qur'an with eyes of justice and mercy, and do not allow anyone to hijack the text to justify the ugliness of their own actions. In the next episode, we will open another file of equal importance. Polygamy, a moral legislation or a license for desire.